Okay, we are recording. All right, you guys, I want to talk tonight about three things, and I'm going to try to talk fast and keep it short because I know it's 8 o'clock on Wednesday night and you've got a lot going on and you're probably ready to decompress for the night. But I want to go over your finding your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate. I want to go over tracking using MyFitnessPal, and then I want to talk about a juice cleanse that is optional for you for week 3 of our program. So first of all, let's start with the BMR. And this is something that I'm just so passionate about because I see over and over and over clients not eating enough. Now, I linked a video recently in our community group that talked about, are you getting enough calories? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me know and I can post it again. But I'm just going to kind of reiterate that information just quicker than I did in that video. So your BMR is your basal metabolic rate, and basically that means how many calories you burn just resting, not with exercise, not with walking around, not with, it's basically like if you were lying in bed all day, how many calories you would burn. And I have a little boy here. Hold on one second. Come here, Owen. I'm doing a video. You need to tell me quickly. Okay. Hey, if you're laying in bed, you won't fall. You should be laying in your bed. Okay, go to bed. Good night. Sorry about that. My husband is outside watering the lawn. Okay, so your BMR is how many calories you burn when you're just laying in bed. So for example, when I find my BMR, which is just a simple calculator, just Google BMR calculator online, do a few different ones. They'll vary just a little bit from calculator to calculator, but mine is around 1,200 calories, and I'm 5'2", and I'm little, and so that's what I burn just resting. So now when you think about calorie deficit programs, one being the 21-day fix, which I did for a really long time, I was in the lowest bracket for that program, which means that I was consuming 1,200 calories a day. Now, I knew that something was wrong because I felt miserable. I was hungry all the time, and I was in a bad mood. And then when I find out now my BMR is 1,200, that makes a lot of sense because 1,200 is what it takes to keep me like alive. But what about, how much I move throughout the day? That probably burns, 200 to 300 calories. And then eating your food burns calories, and exercise. So I take my BMR and I like to add 500 to 700 calories onto that. That's probably a really great place, and you're still in a calorie deficit that way. So if you take what I was doing at 1,200 and you deduct, the exercise and the moving around and all of that, I was probably only eating like 700 calories a day after all of that. And you can quickly see like that is not sustainable. Your body's going to plateau quickly because it's not able to burn. Your body slows down when it doesn't get enough fuel, and so you basically are telling your body, I'm not going to feed you enough, so you got to burn slower, and it'll start burning your muscles. You'll start losing that muscle tone, and so a calorie deficit program will always get you results at the beginning. It will, but it's not sustainable, and it'll eventually slow your body's metabolism down. So I really want to equip you guys with the power and the knowledge that you really need more calories to burn more. So find your BMR, use the calculator, and then add 500 or 600, and you'll probably be surprised at how many calories that is. Most of us are going to be between 1,700 and 2,200 calories, and you'll still be in a deficit. Now, if that's really hard for you to do, and you're like, that is so many calories, I get it. So send me a message, make sure that you're going, that you're on the right track. I can help guide you. But also you want to increase your calories slowly. So I was talking to one of you recently about your calories, and this person was way off. And I said, I think I forget who it was, but I said, you know, it's okay to just increase slowly. You don't want to go, if you're used to eating 1,100 calories a day and your new target is around 1,800, you don't want to just add all of that in one day. So it's called reverse dieting. Reverse dieting is when you're adding calories slowly. So just start by adding 50 or 100, do that for a few days and add a little bit more and let your body slowly warm up to more fuel. Let's see, what else do I want to say about that? Any questions about that from those of you that are on? Okay, so that's really exciting news. I would rather you guys focus on getting enough food than your macros, which is what we're going to talk about next. Because if you are doing all of this, but you're not getting enough food, it's not going to work for you long term. So if you're far away from your calorie goal, it's okay. Just ease back into it. But likely most of you are under what you need to be. If you have no idea how many calories you consume, then I want you to start tracking on MyFitnessPal for a few days. Just what you're eating now, track every day, do 3 or 4 days, and you'll find your average. Now, I want to share my screen and show you MyFitnessPal. This is a good segue into that program. So, Sarah, thumbs up if you can see the MyFitnessPal. Yes, okay, awesome. So MyFitnessPal has a web interface and an app. I prefer the app actually because it has a barcode scanner and you can scan your food products, which is really, really great. But this works to show you guys. So it's free. I use the free version. And when you, let's see, I've got to figure out how to even profile. No, my home, my streak, my daily summary. Most of the time I'm using my my app, so I have to see. Okay, so what I do is I don't track every single day because that gets tedious, and you come to a point where you kind of intuitively know how many calories things are. But every once in a while, it helps me get back on track. I like to see where I'm at, and it does provide an extra layer of accountability that isn't there when you're not tracking. So I was gone all weekend. I was on a family vacation. I intermittent fasted, but I did not carb cycle, and I didn't stay clean like I normally do. So today was a good day to track. Now, you'll probably notice right away, my calories were super low. Okay, so let me, I only consumed 1,200 calories today. And that is really because I am out of food. We need to go shopping. And honestly, I'm like full and satisfied. And I ate so much this weekend that it's okay for me to have a little bit lower calorie day today. It was my low carb day. I'm okay with this. Now, tomorrow, I definitely need that to be around my goal of 1,700 or 1,600 or somewhere there. But I was okay with this kind of 1,200 number, especially for not really making a dinner and kind of just throwing some stuff together. So, you guys, I want you to notice that at the bottom, this is going to tell you your macros. Now, hopefully I can show the, I really wanted to show you guys the breakdown, the pie chart. Maybe it doesn't do it on here. I see it here, but I don't see it in the pie chart. Well, let me see if it does it here. I'm sorry, I should have played with the web interface a little bit more before I got you guys in this. Okay, well, let me show you on my phone because I just am not seeing it right now. Okay, so on my phone, if you go to the bottom of your log, at the bottom it says nutrition, and there's a little pie chart. Okay, so I click this. And then this is your macro breakdown. And for some reason it's not, oh, it's because I clicked tomorrow. So here's mine for today. So my today was a low carb day, and I consumed, it says 86 grams of carbs. Now, in the group, I told you that I aim for 50 or fewer on a low carb day, but that doesn't account for the fiber. So you've got to click the nutrients tab in the middle, and it will tell you how much fiber you had. So today I had 87 grams of fiber, or 87 grams of carbs, and 26 grams of fiber. So I do a little math. 87 minus 26 is 61 grams of carbs. That's pretty close to 50. I'm really happy with that. Okay? So don't just look at the macros. You have to do a little bit of math to get that carb minus fiber for your total number. Then, if you can see, so my fats are the red, and you can just see that it's bigger than the carbs. That's my goal. So I don't pay as much attention to the percentages as I do just that piece of the pie is a lot bigger than the carb piece of the pie. That's how I do it. I gave you some number guidelines, and those are helpful, but if you don't want to be that strict, this is how I do it. I like to get my protein in. So I got 90 grams of protein today, which is pretty good for me, especially on a day where I didn't eat as much as normal, as I showed you guys. I aim for like 100. So once I get my protein and I know what my protein is, then the other macros just kind of fall in line. If it's a low carb day, I have fewer carbs and higher fats, but my protein is where it needs to be. And all of this works because I have a calorie target goal. Does that make sense? Okay, so first you need your calorie target. Then try to figure out where you're going to get your protein and make sure you're getting enough protein. And then your carbs and your fats will fall in line depending on what kind of day it is. That's the system that I use, and it keeps it really simple. So let's pause there for questions. Anybody have questions about that? If you're listening to this and you're like, this is so frustrating, I don't want to do that, then don't do it. You do not need to. You can keep it really simple by listening to your body. Let me tell you a quick way to know if you are getting the right amount of food. If you are sleeping really well at night, that's one way to know that you're getting enough calories. If you have good energy throughout the day, if you go to bed feeling slightly hungry but not stuffed, if you can get through your workouts with good energy, if when you go to eat your next meal, you're ready for that meal but you're not starving, that's another sign. So listen to your body. Your body will tell you if you're eating enough or not. Okay, so I think that's it for MyFitnessPal. I'm sorry I couldn't show you my screen better. Oh, the other thing that I would just say is that I love this little scanner right here, the barcode, because you can scan items in your house, and it's just, it's just really awesome. I think this is the best app out there. It has, a database of like 10,000 different foods. You can Google things at restaurants or search things at restaurants. It's just really, really good. Okay, let's move on to the juice cleanse I wanted to speak about. So next week, I'm going to ask you guys, those of you that are participating in the intermittent fasting and that it's going well for you and you don't have any disordered eating and history and you're enjoying it and feeling comfortable with it, I'm going to ask you to partake in a 24-hour cleanse. So, or 24-hour fast rather. You can do it on Wednesday or Thursday. And so basically you'll go to bed, you'll quit eating after dinner at like 6, let's say, and you won't eat again until 6 p.m. the following evening. So those of you that have been doing this fasting for a while, it's not really, it's going to feel pretty easy. It's really only like 6 to 7 hours past when you normally would break your fast. My cat, if you can hear that, is scratching at the window. So it's the purpose of doing this is to allow your organs to completely rest. It allows your pancreas not to have to constantly secrete insulin, and it's just a really good way to reset your body. When you break your fast that evening, you'll break it with a small meal. You know, this is a good chance to have like a smoothie and a salad kind of thing. You're not going to want to gorge yourself. I promise. I've done this before. And when, you know, I was certainly hungry in that, you know, like 3 to 6 p.m. time. But once I broke my fast, it's funny. It's like this is such a mental exercise, and it's so good to just show yourself and prove to yourself that you can do hard things. But when you break your fast, you're not going to be that starving. You're going to eat a meal. It's going to satisfy you, and you're going to sleep like a baby that night. So I wanted to share with you, though, an option for those of you who are interested, and this is totally optional. I'm going to share my screen one more time. My friend, I just made this acquaintance recently. Her name is Kimmy, and she owns a company called the Weekly Juicery. And the Weekly Juicery makes cold-pressed, certified USDA organic juices. And cold pressed means that there's no pasteurization. So these are live juices, and she has created a cleanse for this program. And you get 6 juices, these are the 6 you'll receive, that you can use during the day on your 24-hour fast. So you can basically turn your 24-hour fast into a 24-hour cleanse, which is slightly different. You're getting more calories this way, but it provides some added benefits to your body. It's totally up to you if you do this with the juices or if you do it without. I did it without the first time, and then the second time I did it with the juices, and they were both good. So, you know, maybe this time you do it without, and then down the road you do it with. But doing a 24-hour cleanse or a 24-hour fast once a month is just a really great way to optimize your health and flush out any toxins, and you just, you know, give your body like a reset. You know, think about our organs. They're just always working constantly. And to give them a little bit of a break from digesting our food, it makes sense that our body would really appreciate that. So this cleanse is, it comes with these different juices. One is a lemon juice. This one is a melon and lemon. It's a watermelon and lemon. It's delicious. There's an orange beet kind of one that I love. This white one is called a nutty date. It's almonds and vanilla, like real vanilla bean. It's very good. And then there are 2 that are like strong and I didn't love, but Kimmy says the ones that you don't like are the ones your body needs the most. So they are shipped to your door. The reason that, you know, this is pricey, it's $85 for the cleanse. The reason it's pricey is because of the shipping. Because they're live, they're shipped cold and they have to arrive to your door cold. They come in like a cooler, and it's a whole big process to get them shipped. So that's why. But they don't pasteurize them or heat them because it keeps the juices like really, really clean, keeps the cultures alive, and it provides maximum benefits to your body. So if you guys are interested in that, go to my website, harlemcoaching.com. I just clicked the health and fitness coaching, and then it's at Katie's favorites. And don't pay attention to this stuff down here. I just need to edit my webpage, and I haven't done that. But you can click here to purchase, or if you want to check out their site, do it here. So I highly recommend, but it is totally optional for your 24-hour fast. But get ready. If you're going to do those juices, you want to start ordering that in the next few days, because when they come, they're only good for like 2 or 3 days after that. Like it's when you get them, you've kind of got to drink them pretty soon. So if you want those, you need to order them soon. Okay, you guys, let me stop talking and take any questions right now. We're only 20 minutes in, so I talked fast. What questions could I answer for you guys at this point? Feel free to use the chat tool too. Oh, Timbra, you raised your hand. Timbra, raise your hand. Let me see if I can unmute you, Timbra. Oh, you're unmuted. Go ahead, Timbra. Or you can use the chat tool. Oh, you are. Oh, okay. Let's see. You were muted. Okay, now try, Timbra. Mute. Okay. Well, she's trying to do that. Any other questions? Okay. Oh, sorry. I see. Sorry. Was that just an accident? No questions? All right, you guys. Thanks so much for being on. I hope that was helpful. Yes, send me your fitness pal. I'm happy to look at it. I will talk to you guys in the morning. You're doing so well in the group. I love the engagement and cheering everybody on. That's really, really helpful. Yes. Okay, thanks guys. Have a great night and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.